Breaking news, Chiefs Kingdom. Clyde Edwards-Helaire has re-signed with the Kansas City Chiefs. We're here to break it all down on the Chiefs Report by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Jace Andrews, and a move that, honestly, I did not expect today, especially after reports came out earlier about J.K. Dobbins being a visitor with the Chiefs. But let's first go to the report talking about Clyde Edwards-Helaire. CEH Rappaport broke the news, saying the Chiefs have agreed to terms with their former first-round pick, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, on a one-year deal, sources say. He was their starter until midway through 2022 is back for another shot. I got to be honest, this was a very surprising move. Obviously, the J.K. Dobbins stuff this morning was something that I honestly expected McKinnon and Clyde Edwards-Helaire to be gone officially. But now we have this signing, and I'm not going to say it's a bad one by any stretch of the imagination. You think about this running back room, and it's, well, a little bit light. You got the starter and Isaiah Pacheco figured out, but we've kind of been talking throughout the past couple weeks about what exactly to expect in this running back room. Well, now Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a part of it, and I got to be honest, I'm pretty excited about it because he is a dynamic back. Patrick Mahomes has loved him since he has been drafted back in 2020. They've developed a friendship. The running back room as a whole has seen some positive lights with Clyde Edwards-Helaire in there. And I'm going to be quite honest with you. Last year, he made some amazing catches, amazing plays later in the season that I think helped propel the Chiefs to get back to the Super Bowl. So I want you to grade the re-signing of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, CEH. A, B, C, D, or F. What are we thinking here, Chiefs Kingdom? Do you like it? A, do you love it? B, do you hate it? C, D, F. What do you think? Let me know what you're thinking here. Grade the re-signing of CEH. I think it's definitely a B minus in my opinion. I overall like the signing, but I will say I think there probably was some better options out there. Now for the price, well, that would probably be a pretty good bargain, I would have to think. CEH last year in 15 games played, not terrible, not great. 1 touchdown, 223 yards, 70 carries, and 3.2. Now, for a majority of this season, he was RB3. It was Isaiah Pacheco, Jerick McKinnon, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And now we look at this running back room, and is he RB2? Is that what we're making him out to be? I want to go back here and say that I think he is RB2. Why? Well, if you think about it, guess what? Jerick McKinnon was out one game. Clyde Edwards-Helaire was RB2. We saw little of Lamichael Pirine. Even when CEH was hurt, we saw we saw Jerick McKinnon, but we did not see much of Lamichael Pirine. So I think CEH is automatically the RB2. Now, obviously, we're getting this out to you right away. I mean, this signing literally happened moments ago, and we have nonstop Chiefs coverage, not just on signings, but on draft coverage. We've got amazing things coming your way, all right here on the Chiefs Report by Chat Sports. So I recommend it to you. If you're not subscribed, go down there and hit that subscribe button, youtube.com/ChiefsTV. If you're on your laptop, go down, scroll. It's going to be a little red subscribe button. Click that red subscribe button. You will be subscribed. You'll be a part of one of the best Chiefs communities on all of YouTube. Okay, let's talk the stats over the past 4 years in his career, because obviously he was that first-round draft pick back in 2020. And honestly, that year, it seemed like the Chiefs made the right choice. It seemed like CEH was going to be the guy. He only played in 13 games, had over 800 yards on the ground on 181 carries, 4.4 average, and 4 touchdowns. And 2021 came rolling around. He only played in 10 games, 517 yards, 4 touchdowns. And it just kept going down and down, because in 2022, that's when Isaiah Pacheco took over as the starter halfway through the season after CEH had 302 yards and only 3 touchdowns, to this year where he only had 1 touchdown. He is definitely a receiving back threat, though. We saw some amazing catches that he's made, and throughout his career, he's been a touchdown machine in the receiving game closer to the goal line. I'm expecting that to continue here with Isaiah Pacheco being the main back on the ground. I mentioned early on the top of the show that it was kind of interesting in the timing of all of it. Obviously, J.K. Dobbins met with the Kansas City Chiefs this morning, and now, are they going to sign him? Is he still an option? Would this negate any signing of J.K.? I'm not going to say it's dead today, but obviously he still remains a free agent. So I think it's definitely going to be an interesting thing, but I'm going to give you my full thoughts and whether or not he will still sign with KC or if that's even still an option in just a moment. Before that, I'll tell you about one of our amazing sponsors, Game Time, and you can get $20 off your first purchase by using code CHATSPORTS. Now, if you don't know what Game Time is, it's your one-stop shop for all your ticketing needs. It's super simple and easy to use, and they've got sports, music, comedy. They've got pretty much every event in your area, and they know that you shouldn't have to stress about buying tickets for the next big event. Game Time, they've got you covered. They've got last-minute ticket deals. They've got flash deals. They've got zone deals. Pretty much anything you want in terms of ticketing deals, Game Time has you covered. They got views from the seat, just like you see right here. Obviously, the Royals, they're playing at Kauffman Stadium. Go check them out. It's a beautiful ballpark. It's right next to Arrowhead Stadium. It's a fun time, and you get to go see Bobby Witt Jr. absolutely light it up. And you can get $20 off your first purchase once again by using code CHATSPORTS. So here's what you're going to do. Download the Game Time app, go to the redeem code section, put in that code CHATSPORTS, and get $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. I love Game Time. You should too. Go check it out. We'll have the link in the comments in the description of this video. Let's talk J.K. Dobbins because he has been very similar to Clyde Edwards-Helaire, but in a different facet. 2020, whose stat line does that look kind of familiar to? That's J.K. Dobbins, but it looks really familiar to Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Talked about 800 yards, a lot of touchdowns, 6 in the average, 134 carries. He was looking like he was going to be the next big star in Baltimore. Then he got injuries, and that's the difference between J.K. and Clyde. J.K.'s career got derailed by a lot of injuries. He tore his ACL in 2021 in the preseason, did not play, still had some issues in 2022, and then obviously this past year he tore his Achilles tendon in the first game of the season against the Houston Texans and missed the entirety of it. And talk about high school, I mean, this guy's been injury-prone for a while. Back in 2016, his senior year at LaGrange High School, broke his fibula in the first game of the season. Fun fact, that game then got rained out, so it didn't even matter. I mean, this guy has just had some very unfortunate luck, but he and Clyde are kind of similar in a lot of facets of the way they've had their careers go about. Obviously, it's been different as Clyde has kind of lost the starting role just because of his performance, where J.K. lost it because, well, he was injured, and nobody wants to sign a guy who consistently is injured. And I got to be honest, his injury chart on his right leg, oh, it is something else. Now, I asked the question of this. Obviously, I think J.K. is still definitely an option for the Kansas City Chiefs, but I want you to give me a number here. What's the % chance that the Chiefs could still add Dobbins after re-signing a CEH? Let me know what you're thinking down in the comment section. I'm going to give you my percentage here in just a moment, but before that, I want you to get down, comment section, and let me know what you're thinking the percentage chance is for signing Dobbins after re-signing a CEH. I'm saying around 40%. I'm going less than half because if you'd asked me this morning what the % chance was that the Chiefs were going to sign JK, I would have said 80 because in the tweet, it said that his camp felt like he was going to have a home very, very soon. And the same thing with him visiting the Kansas City Chiefs. He did visit the Chargers a couple days ago, so maybe he lands still in the AFC West. But I think that goes down a lot after you sign Clyde Edwards-Helaire, because I do believe that J.K. will be a little bit more expensive than people are realizing. I know his injuries are something that are very much something to keep an eye on, but this guy is a talent, and we haven't exactly gotten to see him play at full potential. So I think overall, we know what he did at Ohio State University. People are just trying to find that in the NFL. We really appreciate you watching here on the Chiefs Report because, man, we're getting videos out to you on the daily, and whenever breaking news happens, we're putting them out there. So you see it flashing down there on the bottom of your screen. Hit that subscribe button, youtube.com/ChiefsTV. Carson Wentz signed last night. They had a meeting with J.K. Dobbins this morning. They now re-signed Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Things are happening in Kansas City as Brett Veach, he has no sleep. And so guess what? Neither do we. Hit that subscribe button. Chiefs Kingdom, we appreciate you. Peace out.